Hi everyone, welcome to another video. I want to share with you how to make this die cut shaker card. But before I do that, I want to remind you to follow me across social media if you haven't already. Those links will be down in the description box below. Also, while you're down there, if you enjoy my content, you can subscribe to my channel. And if you enjoy this video, the thumbs up button always helps so much. So to start off with, I am using a piece of white cardstock, and this is cut to 4 inches by 5 1/4, so slightly smaller than an A2 size, and I'm using a rainbow die. To make sure this is nice and straight and centered, I'm using my T-square ruler to line up those bottom edges, and I'll use some masking tape to tape that down on both sides. All the supplies, everything I'm using today is going to be listed down in the description box below, so if you have any questions about that, you can find all that information down there. I like to tape down both sides of my rainbow because when I put it through my big shot, I know it's not going to move around on me. So I'll go ahead and put that in my die cutting machine and just very quickly die cut that out. Now I have this great rainbow cutout right in the center of my panel. I'm going to save those pieces that cut out the actual rainbow, and I'll use those on another card later on. So once I have that done, I'm also going to go ahead and cut out 2 clouds from white cardstock while I have my die cutting machine out. This just saves me time so I don't have to keep getting it out and putting it away, all that great stuff. Once that is done, I need to go ahead and put over a piece of acetate over that opening. I like to use just regular adhesive on the front of my card, kind of put it around the rainbow so I know nothing's going to leak out the sides. Then I just tear away that backing paper and put my acetate right over the front. If you don't have acetate, any clear heavyweight material will do. So old packaging, page protectors, that kind of thing. Once that is done, it is time to put on the fun foam. I like to go ahead and frame out my die cut, so I have mine's kind of a little wonky looking there, but that's just going to keep the sequins right to that die cut shape. I also like to go ahead and prep mine with my embossing bag to get rid of any static. Here's a look at the sequins I'm going to be using in my card today. These are Sparkletz. These are from Buttons Galore and More, and this particular mix is called Lucky Charms. So I like these because it not only has fun sequins in it, you've got the clovers, you've got the little gold stars. It also has some like half back pearls or flat back pearls. It also has some flat back gems in there, 2 different sizes, I believe. Just it's filled with a lot of fun things. So I like to go ahead and fill up part of the way my little die cut opening there, and I do not have my backing paper off of my dimensional adhesive yet, so that way if I get any sequins outside of there, it's not going to go kind of sticking to my fun foam. Also, I'm going to fill it up with some of this shaker mix. This is from 28 Lilac Lane. This is called Coming Up Clover. This has sequins in it. It's got large clovers in it. It has some flat back pearls in there that are green. It also has some fun buttons. I'm just going to pick out some of the sequins, and also I believe there are some seed beads in there. I'm going to fill up my shaker the rest of the way. I just wanted a few more little regular sequins in there, so I'm mixing 2 together to make it even more fun. Once I have that filled up to my liking, I'm going to go ahead and take off the backing paper to my dimensional adhesive or my foam adhesive. Again, I like to kind of frame out my die cut. That way I know all the sequins are going to stay in that area. I'm going to go ahead and cover up the back of my die cut once I have just the adhesive around my die cut kind of pulled up, and I am backing mine with vellum. I like to do this because first of all, I don't waste as much acetate putting it on there. You're going to still be able to see the white cardstock, so it looks as if nothing's back there, but it also allows me to flip this panel over and center it on my card panel, so I'm not guesstimating when I put it down. This is just a fun way to kind of get that same color. It doesn't look like anything's on the back, but you still have the ease of flipping it over. I released all the rest of the backing paper from my adhesive, and then I'll just go ahead and put that panel onto an A2 side folding card base that I'm using horizontally. This is just a white card base I've made myself, and like I said, it's A2 in size. I'm going to center that panel right over there, and there I have that fun little shaker all ready to go. The sequins are going to stay inside that rainbow since I did kind of frame it out. For my sentiment on this card, I am using this stamp set from Joy Claire Stamps. It's from their new release and it's called Lucky Charm. I'm using the I'm lucky to have you as a friend sentiment that is included in that set. And I've kind of just, this is why I love clear stamps. So I put this in my mini Misty. I have a banner that's kind of wonky. It has a little hill in the middle of it. But I was able to take my clear stamp and form it to that banner. So bend it and kind of twist it and get it to the shape of that banner so it's going to fit in there perfectly. I'm inking that up with some Versamark ink and pressing it down onto my banner. That banner I cut from some very dark green cardstock, and I did prep that before I stamped it down as well. Then right over that Versamark, I'm going to go ahead and apply some Princess Gold Embossing Powder from Ranger. This is just a really pretty gold embossing powder that I love. It's nice and bright and easy to read, and it does handle very fine sentiments well. I heat set that very quickly, and there you have that sentiment all ready to go, shaped to the banner. I just love it so much. Now, once I had that done, it was time to start putting everything together. So I'm going to add those little clouds to both bottoms of the little rainbow. That's just going to add a little bit more interest. I did put dimensional adhesive on the back of them as well. Again, this is a pretty simple card, so adding that extra dimension is just going to add the tiniest bit of interest to this, just to kind of help it along, I guess you could say. There's a closer look at those clouds popped up. You can see that nice shadow that you get from the little bit of dimension that I added. Then on the back of that banner, I've applied more dimensional adhesive, and I'll go ahead and pop that little banner right over the rainbow. Just tuck it up there in that little space that's left. That is going to fit perfectly with the little dimensional clouds on there. That's all going to be on the same level, and that is going to finish off today's card. Super, super simple, but so much fun to make. If you wanted to, you could always fill that little rainbow with different rainbow colors of sequins too, and this would be a great birthday card. That is going to do it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. There are going to be links on the left side of your screen that you can click on if you want to watch more videos from me. You can also subscribe to my channel over there. Happy crafting, everyone.